In a dense African village, there is a village where a young man was born. After his birth in the village, the chief priest visited the mother. He delivered a shocking message to the mother. The chief priest told the mother that her husband, the great and respected hunter Ndume, died in the same forest where he once fought a lion with his bare hands. And this happened because two masters cannot ride a sheep the same time. The son you birthed today has taken over. He is highly gifted by the gods. But then the people in the village will gang up to kill him. But fear not, because his paths have been destined. After delivering this speech to the woman, the chief priest turned and left. 15 years later, a young man by the name Oge was growing up as a strong hunter. But he has a special gift. He sees the future. Sometimes, when he's ready to go for hunting, if he says that nobody should go, anyone that goes against his sayings will either be killed or attacked by a wild animal. One day, he told the king's son to avoid going to the stream on an Eke market day. But the king's son disobeyed him. And when he went to the stream, he was beaten by a big snake. Soon, the villagers began to gossip. They said he is a wizard. And in the village, wizardry is an abomination. The head of the chiefs summoned the boy. And when the boy appeared, he questioned him and reminded him of the gravity of being a wizard. But the boy denied being a wizard. He told him that he only has a special gift from the gods. The old man wouldn't listen. When the boy was about to leave the presence of the old man, he turned his back and looked at the old man and told him that his son has stolen the money that the father stole from the king's palace. This accusation was too severe, but the old man knew that the boy was saying the truth. He wondered, how could this boy have known that I stole money from the king's palace? And how could he have known that the money was missing? The chief was shocked. He took the matter to the king and told the king that the young boy, Oge, practiced wizardry. And as a law in the community, he should be banished. The king was surprised to hear this, although he has heard about Oge and his gifts. But he was surprised to hear the level of wizardry the boy practiced. The king summoned Oge to the palace. But Oge denied everything about being a wizard. So, the king washed off his hands and then turned to the elders and told them that this is an abomination. Therefore, Oge will be banished, but washed his hand, signifying that the law was made by the community and not he himself. Therefore, he is willing to take no responsibility of whatever happens. Oge appealed that he was not a wizard as was accused, but nobody would hear him, and so he was banished. The mother wept. Mother wept so hard that her only son would be banished. But she remembered what she was told when the boy was birthed, that she should not worry, that his path has been destined. And so Oge was banished from the village. While Oge wandered into the forest, he kept noticing how the forest looked like. And then he started making a tent where he would lay his head. One day, while he went out to hunt, after hunting, he heard the cry of a stranger who was crying in pains. He woke up and he went around looking for the stranger. When he saw him, he took him upon himself and treated the stranger. After treating the stranger got well, and Oge bid him farewell. When the stranger got to his own village, he narrated the story to everybody, how a young man that he never knew saved his life. He even took the matter to the king of that village and told him that this man saved his life. The king was surprised on how this young man could save his life because of what happened in the bush, how this man was attacked. The king was happy. But then the village was always having threats from other villages, including the village that Oge came from. The king has fought many villages but could not win a war. So his village was at the verge of being destroyed. This king summoned all the elders and requested that since Oge was so powerful and lives in the forest, maybe he could be the Messiah they are waiting for. So the hunter was sent to bring Oge. The hunter brought Oge back to the community, and Oge helped the community to win their wars. The things that were going wrong in the village, Oge helped them see in the future, could tell them on how to prevent it. Famine in the land was gone. People were no longer afraid to go to their farms because Oge accurately predicted when they could go to farm and not being attacked. The king was so happy and he gave a portion of the palace for Oge to stay and see the future for the kingdom. Everybody in the village so much liked Oge. His presence changed the community. Things started moving well. The famine in the land was gone. Back in Oge's community, a plague befell them. People were being killed in the wars. These were small wars that they normally win. Animals were ravaging the village, killing the people. They couldn't stop it. Once a very big, strong, and pride of the community went so low, they did not know what to do. They decided to consult. And in their consultation, they were told that the survival of the community lies in the strength of a young boy that was banished years ago. The chief priest told them that that boy is treated as a king in a community that was very small. And that boy wears the glory of their community. That the only way for the evil that befell the community to stop is to bring back the young man. The king was devastated when he heard this news. The elders sat and thought, how can this boy be the solution to our problems? They decided to go to another chief priest to consult. Immediately they got to the chief priest, there was heavy thunder. And the chief priest told the elders that they should go back to where they are coming from. That what they request for him to say, he cannot say it, lest everybody will be consumed by thunder. This incident surprised the elders, and they decided to go back to the king and tell the king of the information they just heard. When the king heard it, he was shocked. Meanwhile, people were dying. Communities were threatening the village. The once a small community that feared them wants to take over that village because Oge was sitting on a throne and guided the village. At this time, the king decided to swallow pride and asked the elders that they put in place the best of the best, and they have to go back to that village and beg Oge for his return. The question is, will Oge ever agree to return? What is the mother going to do, since the king wants the mother to beg the son to come back? How is this village going to be rebuilt? What happens to the elders that conspired against Oge? What will the gods tell Oge to do now that they needed him most? Make sure you sit around to watch this drama unfold.